Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. So today we get to take a look at the 2024 Ford Maverick. This is an XLT all-wheel drive. It's finished off in Atlas Blue Metallic, and the MSRP starts right around $30,000. So we have the smallest pickup truck in the Ford lineup that's still very capable for what it has to offer. So we'll start off underneath the hood, where this has two different engine options. This is the 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo. It's paired to an 8-speed automatic. This pumps out 250 horsepower, 277 pound-feet of torque. That power sent through the all-wheel drive system for this specific model. It weighs in right around 3,700 pounds. 0 to 60 is 6 seconds. And as far as fuel economy goes, you're looking right around 22 miles per gallon in the city and 29 out on the highway. Now, as we work our way to the exterior styling, you'll notice that this does retain some of the exterior styling of its bigger brothers. We have a pretty boxy design as well, but up front, there's the Ford logo along with this gray accent. This horizontal bar actually wraps around the turn signals on both sides, where there's the headlights, high beams, and DRL up top. More of that gray is in the entire grille, which has a lot of cutouts too. There's also active grille shutters in the lower section and a tow hook on both sides. And then this hood resembles a lot of the larger F-Series trucks. So just to tie in with some of those designs too. Now for the side, this has a set of 17-inch wheels finished off in gloss black. No actual fender flares for this model. We just have the indentations in the bodywork itself. There's gloss black for the side mirrors, and then more plastic in the lower side skirt, which matches with up front as well as in the rear. Now, this Maverick is not like a regular pickup truck from Ford. We do have a unibody construction. We don't have the body with a separate cab there. And then it's also a very low pickup truck too. I'm 5'10" and I can easily reach the top of the roof there. And then as we work our way to the back, Maverick is stamped in the lower section. Taillights are on both sides, of course. With this engine, this can tow right around 4,000 pounds. So it's still a very capable, smaller size truck. And then this model has the spray-in bed liner. There's also a cubby on one side, outlet on the other, along with a cargo light and some tie downs so you can put in items in the back as needed. And then this truck also has remote start. We do have the turn key, so this is not a smart key. You do have to unlock the vehicle in order to get into it, but you can remote start this, and it will actually stay started. All you have to do is insert the key and then turn it once, and you are ready to go. So it's a really cool feature to have even with the turnkey system. Now for the interior, very nice trim accent on the back side there with the floating design for this grab handle. There's orange trim accents there. You can actually place in a very tall water bottle with that gap there. And then even though this is a small pickup, you have a lot of hidden space under the seats. So you can place in additional items as needed. And then even at my height, I have a good bit of space. For this smaller size truck, I'm very impressed. There's auxiliaries in the middle. I have 4 or 5 inches of headroom. So you could be 6 feet tall and still fit in the back, maybe even taller than that. There's cup holders and the armrest. And then this has a solid window in the back, so there's no smaller window. Speakers are above the seat belts there. But honestly, not bad for the smaller size that it is. The door panel up front is just like the rear. However, there's the window adjustments, side mirror controls, and then a little bit more storage. And then there's the automatic driver's seat, same two-tone design. You step over this door sill just like you were entering an SUV. So it's very similar feel to that. And then with the turn key, we do have to insert it on that one side. We can start this up where we have the leather steering wheel. Left side, there's cruise control settings along with volume. Right side, there's Bluetooth controls, along with a few for the gauge cluster here. So you can scroll through a little bit of information, mainly look at some of your fuel economy. You have PSI for the tires, along with your audio. And then you can even pull up the menu and go through a few settings here, just depending on what you need to get into. So not a whole lot, but it's nice that you have those there. This does have a trailer braking system. There's the headlight adjustments, along with a cargo light in the back. More of this trim accent surrounds one air vent, a little bit of storage up top, and then there's a small cubby on this right side of the infotainment system that is very simple and easy to use. You have 4 controls in the bottom there to go through all this information, and that is it. But it's everything you need to drive this every day. There's power and volume as well as tuning. You have a few different controls for that screen as far as what you'd like to see. More orange accents, and then the climate adjustments with your fan speed, temperature. This even has heated seats, heated steering wheel, and then all of your climate adjustments. There's some auxiliaries down below with a lot of storage. You'll notice the amount of storage that is up front, along with 2 cup holders. And then let's put this into reverse by twisting that dial, where you have 2 different angles depending on what you need to see. There's also drive, low range, and then you can twist it all the way back for park. Now behind that, there's the e-brake, along with several different driving modes. Now this is the all-wheel drive version, so there's not actually any selector to put this into 4-wheel drive, aside from picking the drive mode that is going to work best for the situation that you are in. Now there's traction control, auto hold, the engine start stop, and a downhill assist, and then a little bit of storage in the armrest, as well as in the glove box. Up top, there's a sunglass holder that you can use. There's dome lights too. I have maybe 6 inches of headroom up front. And then this is a look at visibility from the driver's seat. Really no blind spots for this smaller size truck. And with an acceleration, here we go. I will say, with the turbo engine and the amount of torque that this has, this is a quick, smaller size truck. I would definitely opt for this engine, especially with the power that's available. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the Ford Maverick. And honestly, like I've said, it's been a really nice truck. Very, very basic, however, but for the price point too, especially when you compare it to other vehicles today. There's nothing really cheap about it. It just doesn't have quite as much technology as something more expensive. And obviously for the price point, you are still getting a very nice vehicle and something that you can of course daily drive and just feel comfortable with being behind the wheel. Now, as far as seating and everything goes, I'm honestly blown away with the amount of space that this has for being smaller than a mid-size truck. It feels like it even has more interior space. So for its size, it doesn't feel too confined or too restricting for what it is. But it's so smooth, highway speeds, parking lot speeds. It's a very nice vehicle all around to drive. But that is going to wrap it up for the 2024 Ford Maverick. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a huge thumbs up. Consider smashing that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our daily uploads. And I will see you all in the next video.